Hey everybody, Rocky Mountain Figures here. Today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Marvel Legends Deluxe Venom figure, and I cannot wait to get into this figure. I've had it for quite a while now, and man, oh man, it's a fun figure to play with. I've been waiting for this figure to come in the mail for the month. It was supposed to come in the beginning of the March, but that's when all the coronavirus outbreaks and news started to get crazy, so I guess they delayed it. They didn't really tell me the reason why they delayed it, but I'm pretty sure that's the reason. And I was waiting for an answer from them because they said they'll give me an email when it's going to come the next time. And they weren't giving me any information until all of a sudden, just, this past week, recently, all it said was, hey, it's coming tomorrow. So finally, I got this thing in the mail. I Lysoled it down. So this is now a clean figure. But I'm very excited to get into it. Venom is my favorite Marvel villain, favorite Spider-Man villain. I really like the character. He's such a cool character. So anyway, let's get into it. First things first, we're going to be taking a look at the packaging of the figure, then getting straight to the figure itself and its articulation, since this figure does not come with any of accessories. Then we're going to take a closer look at the figure next to some other Marvel Legends figures. Then we're going to head to the conclusion / verdict part of the video. So let's get started. So here is the back of the packaging with the Jerry Wilson artwork right there. And there is the bio in case you guys want to read it. I know the light's kind of getting in the way. Here's the side of the packaging. Very awesome, very crazy Venom artwork right there. And of course, that is the same artwork on the other side. Then here's the front of the packaging with the awesome backdrop. The top of the packaging with the spray painted Venom symbol. And of course, here is the barcode right there in case you want to give it to a Best Buy or a GameStop employee, since I think those are the only retail places where they're actually coming out, if I'm not mistaken. Now, real quick disclaimer, when you take this figure out of the packaging, he will come in one piece, or two pieces rather. He does have this back piece detached. All you have to do really is, plug it in. That's it. So without further ado, let's get into the actual figure. Now, of course, a lot of people are complaining that, oh, they're just repainting a bad figure. What do I think about it? I'm okay with it. I'm actually ecstatic about it because, I really wanted a Eddie Brock version of this. I was using my Monster Venom kind of as my Eddie Brock main Venom, but now I have a new main Venom. And I also really like how they repainted this. The paint looks awesome. It comes off as blue, or like a very dark blue, even though it is black pretty much. It is black and blue, but it just looks awesome, man. I really do like it. Now, I do have to agree, the head sculpt is kind of whack. I mean, it does have that blue paint on it that shines off from the figure, but they could have repainted the head sculpt, or maybe put a brand new one, because I know the older one was way better. I have it. I'm actually staring right at it. It's on the side right there. I can already tell. Yeah, this guy's teeth are really badly painted, and the gums and the, whatnot, the inside of his mouth, it's really bad. Other than that, I think it's a good figure. I think it's just a head sculpt. If anything, they could have packed in some extra head sculpts. With Red Hulk, they packed in some extra hands. I think with this guy, they could have packed in some extra head sculpts or some web effects, or you know what I mean, those things, the tendril effects that come out of his hand. I think that would have been nice. Here's the back of the figure real quick. Looking very sweet. Again, nice blue paint, blue and black paint all around. And of course, here's the front of the figure. I really like it. I know a couple people, including Toy Shiz, don't like these feet right here. If this is how I remember him, I remember him having these black feet right here, so it's not a problem for me. Oh, his hand popped up. Yeah, this hand right there has got the white square, the big old claw, which looks awesome. So, yeah, and it's a different hand gesture, but pretty much same schmeal right there. Again, the black and blue shading is awesome. I love it. Now, let's get into articulation. So, anyway, his head moves up like that, and doesn't really move down because of the jaw. It kind of just goes straight, or moves straight. Which is fine, I guess. I guess to get it looking down, you have to ab crunch it. It's because he's got a really big back and chest, and the neck is like kind of hunched. So, of course, if you move it side to side, really, you're gonna move it. You're gonna tilt it instead. I guess you can kind of get him looking side to side, but just a little bit, not too much. He can really just tilt. When I had him posed up at the beginning of the video, I did kind of half it on the ball peg. That's why he was kind of looking a little bit more to his side. Just a little disclaimer that I had it half. I didn't really have it articulated. Anyway, his arms move out that far. They move down. They move all the way around. Bicep swivel, single jointed elbows, but they bend in pretty much right at the 90-degree mark. And his hands move up. They move down, side to side. Both hands do that. His ab crunch can move down all the way. It can move back. Back is not too great. I would kind of wish they improved that, the back motion, but he can. I think just with his head, he looks like he's leaning back, but I guess he can get that illusion out of the way. But it is what it is. I wish they did improve the back. His legs can move that far forward. Can't really move too much back. He's got thigh cut. He can do splits that far, which is actually pretty good. He's got double jointed knees. That, ooh, so close. You can see how close that is. Boop. All right. Anyway, he's got the boot cut right there. And ankles move up that far. I know it's a little hard to see because it's black. Ankles move down, and they do move side to side, or rock side to side. So it does have ankle pivot. So I'm gonna get this guy standing straight up again, and we'll get into the comparison section. So, getting to the height of the figure. Now, I did film this right after the Optimus Prime review, so the height of it is going to be measured by my flower tape measure. Sorry, guys, about that. Again, here it is, 7.5 inches tall, which is pretty much almost right up that, Build-A-Figure size. Here he is next to Carnage. And here he is next to Teenage Spider-Man. Here he is next to Crimson Dynamo, which I just reviewed this on my YouTube. If you're watching this on my IGTV, because I will be posting this video on both platforms. And of course, here he is next to the other recently released Deluxe figure, Red Hulk, since I've been seeing a lot of fight scenes or toy photography pictures of these two together. So I thought this comparison would be fun. Here is next to my recently reviewed Optimus Prime YouTube exclusive. Make sure you go check out that. And of course, the previous Monster Venom Bath, which this figure is based off of. But as you can see, I like how the teeth are yellow and dirty and ugly, and the gums are, painted correctly. Whereas to this one, it doesn't really look like that at all, man. It looks weird. But of course, as you see, the colors are different. This Monster Venom's more purple than black and blue. This is more like black and purple, black and blue. Of course, this crazy spider symbol is different than this one. This is now more of like, now that we have this one, we can finally claim this one as like our Mag Gargan Venom, as opposed to sorry, move the camera again, as opposed to the Eddie Brock Venom. Of course, Optimus Prime, just a random comparison. Anyway, let's get into the conclusion / verdict part of the video. So, getting to the conclusion / verdict part of my video, here's Venom all posed up right here, holding Spider-Man. I kind of like this a lot. This is pretty cool that he can hold Spider-Man in his hand. Anyway, getting my pros and cons on screen right now. I genuinely like this figure. I don't mind at all that it's a repaint and not really retoning, but more of a repaint of the Monster Venom itself. As for cons, I would say, yeah, I wish they could have added maybe some extra heads, or maybe changed up the head a little bit, and maybe give us some more accessories with the figure and improve the arc back when it comes to the ab crunch right there. I wish they made it go back a little bit more, but as for cons go, that's pretty much it. That's all my cons. I think for the most part, I love this figure. This is a great repaint. I think it was well needed, well deserved. And then of course they added in the blue mixed in with the black. I think that's awesome. I really do like that. It really pops as a figure on the shelf. So as rating goes, I'm gonna give this figure a 9 out of 10. I really like this figure. It is cool. It is fun. I generally like it a lot. It is a great figure. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, feel free to leave a like, comment, and follow or subscribe depending on what platform you're watching. And links to everything, my eBay, my OfferUp, and again, depending on what you're watching on. My Instagram and YouTube will be in the description of this video. And I think that's it. So without further ado, I'll see you guys next time.